Hello everyone, welcome back to the Summer Clash. My name is Nitera. I think you can see our names here. I don't know why I keep introducing ourselves. I'm going to introduce something else more important, which is the names we're having, which is Asticassia versus Kamille's a man's name. And Chef, why don't you take this one?
Oh, I'm so excited for this. So again, just some background information for anybody who hasn't been following along with either this season or this tournament so far. Both of these teams completely undefeated in the tournament, both of them representing North America. And we do have some great history behind these teams, especially coming out of the last showdown, the last big official huge tournament that we had for Gundam Evolution. We had the team that is Asticassia. They were second place, but they went down to, I guess, Team Mafty, which was kind of an Omni team, and the team of Kamille was technically the third place team by name, but the current version of Kamille is a mix of the first and third place teams from the showdown. So we've got a somewhat updated second place team versus a combo of the first and third, and I think that just makes for a super awesome kind of match. They've of course got some additions onto what was Second Wind, which is now Asticassia. They've got like hacks, for example, so they're going to have some different strategies to employ. But regardless, I think the big takeaway here is that both these teams are unbelievably cracked, and they haven't lost at all so far.
But we can definitely say one thing for certain, and that is that
Yeah, that we are already in the top three. And by the way, if any of you are fans of these top three teams, !Matcherino in chat, please. You can use a free code in there. You don't have to put in any like super personal information or anything. You just use it, use the code, and you give free money to the winners. We are still just below $150, I think. Huge shout outs once again to our good friend Unruly for putting a huge amount into the pot yesterday. Not sure if Unruly's here, but definitely please support that prize pot. But we can see here though the maps. It's going to be Mountain R&D is currently the most picked map, and then Colony Trading Post and Underground Command Center tied for second. However, we've seen way more in broadcast for the second day, or I should say the third and fourth days, the second weekend. Underground Command Center. I feel like your gimmick didn't work because now I think your camera's frozen, but it is still a pretty good picture, so we'll take it. But yeah. Oh no, yeah, it looks like something that you did. You muted yourself, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna keep talking. As y'all can see, Ryan was doing a bit and messed with his settings and completely bricked everything. So let us know if you can start hearing Ryan again. But we're here. Me and multiple Ryans are both here on the broadcast. So a chat out there. Who are you rooting for? I know that we've got a prediction going for who's going to win in this winners finals match, upper bracket match. Who's actually ahead? Let's see if I can take a look at this prediction.
Right, let's see.
I'm going to look straight up at the chat. Wait, no, I can't see it.
Can you not see it?
What, the prediction?
Oh, yeah, okay, here's the prediction. I think that coming out, it is...
Kamille. Yeah, Kamille is up by about 20%, 22%. So people are really taking a vote for Kamille. We can actually see what teams they managed to pick here. Mountain R&D is going to be our first map. That's really fun. And then Colony Trading Post, like I said, we didn't get a chance to see it as much on broadcast. We are going to be seeing it here, and Thermal Plant as our deciders. So we are going to see two domination maps potentially, assuming we still go to a decider. And at least Colony Trading Post. Mount R&D is a first map. I feel like it's a really tiring map. We don't usually see it as a first pick, but Asticassia, they're feeling confident.
Well, I mean, I did say as well yesterday that Mount R&D has been a map that I started to love a lot after your insight on it. So I am excited to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, always Mountain R&D is a super fun map to watch. And honestly, like, there's not too much to talk about the players here anymore, right? Like, these are pretty even maps altogether. The fact that we've got 2 domination maps is like pretty big, but I feel like these teams are so well balanced. I don't think these teams have a big specialty. We've been talking a lot about how Tokyo Monkeys is like, well, if you give them long range, they're just going to run you over. But these teams, they're pretty much what we've come to expect from the West meta, I guess you could say. Mostly the North American meta, but the West in general. We're a scene, we're a crew. So I think we're just going to see some good fights.
We might just see some good fights. I mean, like, it's not we might, Chef. I think you forgot that we're in the top 3 right now. Asticassia versus Kamille and Mansley have been fighting it out from their group stages, coming in first in those groups, and now they're finally fighting each other. So, I don't know. I want to tell you. I mean, if this is not a good fight, then I'm certainly in the wrong place. This is a Summer Clash. We're probably going to winner brawl or something.
Yeah. I mean, with how these teams have been doing as well, the matchup is just obviously going to be really good. Now, one thing that I want to know is, especially the fact that we're now on 2 domination maps. We did see 2 domination maps the last time that Kamille played, when they played up against Tokyo Monkeys. And in each one, they actually had a different player playing the Susanoo. One of them was Gasman, and then what was the other one? It was like, I don't know, was it Listic or something? I actually don't remember. But we did have multiple different players playing different roles, and it was switched out based on who exactly was, I guess, I don't know, available. I actually don't know why they switched it. So I'd love to know why and who they're going to be picking for the first picks. Yeah, Casino did confirm that it was Listic, yeah, that's right. It was Listic. I remember now more. My memories, I'm getting old. It's getting foggy. But killing it completely on Mountain R&D, and then they switched over to Thermal Plant, and then we saw classic Gasman. But it looks like we're setting this up. It'll take a little bit more time for these teams to get in here. Mountain R&D is going to be our first map of Winners Finals, starting right after we get back. Can Asticassia save Gundam Evolution by defeating the Omni Stick Stack that's killing the game? Just kidding. You guys have to all assume at this one I'm just going to steal every single intro from chat as we get in. But here we go. Wow, we're actually completely split. Audience, you're with me on the predictions here. I do think Kamille's a slight heads up, but here we go. First game of Winners Finals. We are going to be on Mountain R&D, and we are going to be starting with an even push. Gasman is in the game on the Susanoo, and that's going to be our first big answer.
Ooh, this is gonna be quite the game for sure. I mean, the two top seeds are gonna be battling it out. I mean, like, what else is there to say here? They try to make a headways here. Rip Protocol's already almost out for the count here. Thankfully, Bang spot, and he can respond to Aero here. But if he doesn't, gets free repair from Arnold.
Yeah, already we're going to see the first capture going to the side of, oh my god, of Team AST. It's going to be Asticassia. Yeah, it's like kind of like a Japanese pronunciation of like an Italian name, so it's just tripping me up. But regardless, they're going to be taking it first. Team previously second wind, and we are going to be seeing them holding a really good position. Gasman, though, flanking through the back. Oh, and it's going to be an OO duel, and this is going to go the direction of Gasman with a little bit of an assist, but both going down. Chaotic and Gasman, this is actually amazing to see. Two of the most famous Barb players in the world, both of them now on the Susanoo, dueling on a map that they have dueled on so many times before. You love to see it.
So who bonks harder, right? I mean, that's kind of game plan here. Prophet getting knocked out of the count here as Wiki is taking a very, very nice position on here to see if he can make some plays. But never mind about that. Kind of just misses it out and just drops into the tunnels.
Well, this is going to be a 100% of the capture going to the side of Asticassia. Oh my god. I'm going to write it down.
I love this.
I'm going to figure it out. Yeah, this is like the worst name of all time for me. It's not even that hard of a name. But they are going to be pre-positioning for B. That's the more important thing. They've got more picks than the other team. And yeah, you take over. I'm going to take a minute to just practice this name.
To figure the name out, yeah, you know what, I'll get you covered on that one, as side B is going to be this literal death pit again. I mean, every time we see a side B, it's almost always in the center of the map, and it's just so many angles to come from. It's just not fair for anyone. As we look around here, Gasman is trying to find opening here, gets the first hit coming in, but knocked out of the count just like that, and we're not going to see anything coming out from him, as we see another retake here, pushing in for it. It looks like Cassia is going to be... Kamille is going to come in from that. See,
yeah,
I think
it's honestly just a difficult name to say in the heat of the moment. Asticassia. It's like a lot of syllables, and it's very difficult for the English-speaking
I
mouth
messed up Kamille.
oh yeah, well still. Oh, thank you. I see that Lux actually messaged me how to say it. Craze is in fact just making fun of me saying it incorrectly. But the point here that we should be looking at is that this is a very strong Asticassia game. I said it perfectly that time. They are looking to take 100% of both of the first 2 points. There's a little attempt at a recap. Red Protocol finally going down, but Listic, Focus, Profi, everybody now. I was going to name just a few of the members that went down, but almost everybody on the side of Kamille going down, and now they're going to have to fight for A and a lot more points. There's too much time. Oh, yeah, getting sniped out of the sky. But Wiki, this, may I note, has been an MVP Zeta player alongside real VCY so far this weekend.
Right, and this is gonna hurt them a lot. I mean, like, they definitely want to take this win out from themselves, because I mean, they've been doing so well, and I hate to see them go down here, but you know what, only one can come out, and Chaotic is now going to try and find his mark here to make this stand. Unfortunately, not finding it. Lone Blue with 142 HP here, not too good. Wiki trying to take some hits against Mystic, and he does take down Chaotic for the most part, but not staying in the corner here. Aero needs to have a little bit of backup if he wants to do anything. He needs a free repair for his teammates. One up here, and they're able to occupy A already so soon just because of the positioning they had early on.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really tough situation, by the way. So when you have this much time left in the match, even if you need to win entirely, like without losing a single point, you don't get 1 point to do it on. So it is going to switch over time to C. The best that we can get is 46% here on the side of Kamille. They are doing a great job of holding this, though. Listic is popping the big blast. I actually don't know the name of that G maneuver quite yet, but that allowed them to wipe up pretty much most of the rest of that team, and so they are going to be holding this position very well. On top of that, they are going to be kind of preemptively, you can see Listic at least moving over to C, jumping from high ground to high ground.
Right, and of course with that being said though, it looks like we are making some headways here, at least pushing it to 46%. They're able to hold it all the way, and I think they're just good to just give it up and go to C, right? I mean, like, they're doing fantastic. Asticassia has a strong advantage leading into this, and they can still position themselves just in time for it, but I think they're just opting to take a fight here.
And thank you. I did hear that beam confused from a few different people is that G maneuver. I'm going to remember that. I know that the idea is you shoot the beam sword, and that is what explodes and causes the big stun. But, oh, big pick right there. Hack's actually going down, but Wiki's going to take one back down in return. Still, with all the G maneuvers used, it looks like we're going to be just slightly on top here for Kamille as C is unlocking. They're the ones who are already on the point. Listic, though, Chaotic threatening from above is going to get chased down by Profi, and that is going to mean that this is going to be a first capture for Kamille, and they're going to try and tie things up, but this is going to come down to all these G maneuvers that are all going to be coming down the path very, very soon, and we're actually starting to see them. Super Napalm going down as well.
I love to see it. I love to see it as they go take a tree out of the count here, and they're able to continue to make this push such a dominant lead. But unfortunately, it looks like Asticassia has got the point for themselves, pushing it close to 100 here. Someone needs to come in and contest. Axia, where are you at? Gasman is down for the count. They have to get someone down right now. They're just popping everything and stopping them all in their track. I saw 2G maneuvers countering them all the same, and there's just not much you can do from that.
Yeah, it was a good attempt, but like I said, it really all came down to who was going to win those G maneuvers versus G maneuvers fights, and they'd built up so much on both sides, and it really came down to the fact that there was honestly just such already an early lead from Asticassia. It felt for sure like Kamille was fighting back in there, and we do see that sometimes where it's a little bit of like a rough start for a team, and they're like, whoa, hold on a minute, we just got to get used to this, I guess this kind of like aggression, get used to how the other team's fighting. We can see the damage here. Amano, real MVP of kind of the entire season, I would say. Always an incredible shooter, leading the damage for the entire game.
Not gonna lie though, Exponent has definitely made some waves here, ensuring that his team has a way to go in, still doing enough damage to assist the team and make his team look really good at the sidelines as well. I mean, getting a few picks here and there, also allowing them to hit so much damage out so that the rest of the team can pick it up. I saw Wiki coming in with a few of their own, like just a one taps in, and that's a lot of the help coming in from Exponent to being shown right there.
Yeah. The fact that they've been able to follow up is really good, and it's really interesting, may I note, the comp that they've gone for on the side of Kamille. No casino when we actually do have a Dom. I was going to say Dom usually very, very good on this map, but now Listic switching over to the Dom, going to be switching off of that Zeta. Yeah, we got the pink, we got the strawberry milk, oh my gosh, Pale Rider that I would say Toto is well known for. But let's see if it can carry them back to a tie in these rounds.
Let's see if we can get it. I want to see camera onto that strawberry milk on that side there. I mean, it looks really good to see, but in fact, it doesn't matter as we see them trading back and forth here. Listic just going ham all the same. Wiki trying to stop them from coming in all the way. Amano pushing in his team to try and pull back, but Listic still hunting them down back and forth as Focus cracks that red protocol. And now it looks like they've got a free one for themselves here.
Yeah, the Pale Rider battle in this particular game is huge. Focus and Amano, both just incredible aimers, and both of them have been like leading damage pretty consistently. And the Hades that they're going to be building is also just gigantic. Hades is very effective on this map because you're always going to be in that kind of mid-range that you want to be. So yeah, that's going to be a big portion of it. And also which flankers can get behind the other team and take out their Pale Riders before they get all that damage in. But like I was saying, Kamille, they look like they found their way back into this. They're holding the majority of this first capture point. We are going to be going back down to B though, which can be a much more chaotic spot and much harder to rotate to and from.
Right, and of course as we're seeing here, let's look at the capture points here as we have 36 to 0.4%. I mean, I gotta give it to them, but it's not looking good. Because it needs to get a little bit of healing here, and otherwise it's gonna hurt them a lot. But everyone is already standby here. They're already in position for side B, but again, this is a really weird point to kind of like, prepare for. I always feel that same way after yesterday, so what can he do here, Chef? Yeah,
it's awkward. Sometimes if you pre-position on B, you just basically set yourself up badly. So yeah, it's usually just a brawl. But Focus popping the Hades.
Get shot at, get shot at, get shot at, get shot at, get shot at. Nothing's going down with the Hades here. Focus not allowing them to go out there, and that's 2 for the side for the Hades. Just 1 G maneuver alone.
Yeah, I mean, at least being able to pick up the one and break that shield was really, really big. But this is going to be people going down on both sides. Hack's going down. Wiki the only one up. This looks like Kamille again getting this first initial capture. recapture. But like we were just saying, the initial spot that you're at here can be kind of rough. You can see Listics moving forward, placing some mines on their main entrance, but that may not be the site that they enter from. You can actually see a lot of the rotations here from Asticassia is going to be trying to attack from above, and that is usually a lot safer. Oh, just
oh no,
down.
you're being confused.
I love that. I don't know how many people it actually hit, but I mean, you kind of had to go that blind, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like it hit all that many people. There wasn't that much of a follow-up. They're going to be trading 1 for 1, but now the cleanup is actually happening with X-Men, Red Protocol coming in, taking out Profi and Listic. Amano, though, still holding on tight, too, and that's going to be a recapture, but only for a few percentage. This is still a 50% lead overall for the side of Kamille as we're moving back to A.
This is gonna be really interesting here. They do have a little bit of time, just under 3 minutes, but score has kind of like pushed up. I don't want to say like even here because 20 to 70 is not even, definitely. I mean, I know my math numbers here.
Yeah, not quite even, but we also saw how, I guess, possible you could say it is to be able to kind of make a comeback here. Especially now we're going to see the first point taken, or the first capture of point A.
Super Napalm?
Yep, taken from Asticassia. Super Napalm's going to come in. Not going to really get that much. Going to space out a little bit. Gasman getting all that extra shields from taking members down, and just going to continue with this offense, but trying to deal with the Trans Am opposite, with Susanoo. Not the easiest thing in the world. Still comes out slightly on top. This looks like this should be a retake. It already was retaken, and now, yeah, how far can you actually chase? Not that far. I guess man's like, if I got the full combo, maybe, but we did what we can. We can at least make them run away and have to heal as the pizza is charging.
Oh, we're not gonna see that. We're not gonna see like Gasman going in. Oh, well, I guess Aero is gonna be our next target here. We're gonna see how they're gonna take this round out, and he'll shot at all the way here. Amano taking a full bullet to the face here.
Yeah.
Just punching it out, 98%. They need someone to go in here. They just Chaotic just jumped down. That's not good. That's not good. They are going to extra time and they need to make something work here. Another one down, and this is going to be it. Ooh, you know what, Chef? Call it out. Call it out. This is your team.
Well, I mean, hey, that's tied rounds 1 for 1. And honestly, both victories have been kind of similarly dominant. So I think whoever's going to be taking kind of the early lead in this one is looking at, again, to kind of be running away with the entire thing. But I'm glad that we're seeing this close. I'm glad that this is going to be exactly as close as it has been. You can see the damage here. This one definitely overall in the favor, honestly, of Asticassia. But they are really just still being led by Focus by quite a bit. So like I mentioned, the Pale Riders, gigantic here. How well they do. A 5,000 damage lead from Focus over Amano may have been the overall difference in just being able to take this round.
You caught me at a really bad time. I was drinking water. But yes, indeed, you're absolutely right on that. They are going to go in for the last point here to seal the deal on who wins round 1. And I mean, what else is there to say other than we're gonna have to see how this one pans out, because it looks like they have already had their picks locked in. There's definitely no change. I mean, what changed the map in the last 2 times they've done this? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're just gonna have to see, and if you want to take a counter pick here or stick to like comfort picks. And it does look like they have chosen a comfort pick on the side of Chaotic instead of going to X here. They've gone for Rubber.
So we've changed a few things around, actually. So we are going to be seeing, I mean, still Listic on the Dom was a change that happened last time, but Amano currently on the RX-78, and we're going to see Hacks on the Pale Rider. Both of those players already going down, I think, pretty quickly. I think Amano went down, but regardless of huge amount of the members of Asticassia going down, still 5 seconds until B unlocks. There is a chance to make it back, but Gasman flanking in from the top, just trying to get a little bit of damage. That's the nice thing about Susanoo is that you can kind of see whether or not you're going to get the pick before you have to fully commit.
Here we go. I mean, it's very nice coming in from Gasman, just going hit and out of there, right? Hit and run, just going in, putting damage out, going out, and if he doesn't take any damage, he's basically scot-free. He went out scot-free with so much gain again and again. Again, see, look at that. Another one down for the team, and he's able to make it out. Charges it up once again, he's just waiting. And they're already at 20% this time. I mean, Kamille's man saying about man, they have something going for them for this one, and I don't like where this is going for the side of Asticassia, as they're not able to push in right now. Look, again, baited switch, and that's another one down.
Yeah, this is looking so good. Gasman popping off. Gasman gaming for sure. That's going to be basically the full amount here. I think we're going to start seeing the rotation pretty quickly with 10 seconds left. Yeah, we can already see a little bit of an attempt to push over. Some of the members of Asticassia are already below, already trying to hold that C positioning. And in fact, the high positioning as well, it looks like they've got control of. So if there's going to be one spot that we see a win for a team fight to start things off here for Asticassia, it's probably going to be right here. But Gasman popping the Trans Am. We are on this Gasman cam right now, the gas can.
Here we go.
And that's going to be, yep, that's already one. Going to be taking down a huge member too. Oh, and fighting against the Barb. Yeah, tried to bait that. That was a slam attempt, assuming that there was going to be a charge on the side of Gasman, but Gasman, being a Barb player himself, knew the bait was coming. Very smart stuff. That was like watching a fighting game.
Yeah, I mean, like, what can I say? I mean, that was beautifully done. They understood their neutral, they knew where they were coming from, and just nothing was up, right? They were all cooldowns, they realized, not my type, not gonna fall for this one.
But yeah, but now this is starting to be a tough decision. Oh no, you can't get out of there! Oh god! Zaros, no! Zaros was like, wait, I can't do it, help me! And then, yeah, that was hilarious. That was like a perfect lob shot all the way. Like when you see those like Call of Duty knife throws from Spawn that like kill people randomly, that's exactly what we saw right there, just having to do with the super napalm, I think. And now we're gonna see 2 picks again as well. A lot of G maneuvers coming out on the side of Kamille to try to close things out. Focus with that haze, gonna take out 3 at least. And look at that, just taking them in their spawn. But we need to see a push back out from Asticassia. Luckily, it doesn't have to be on C. It could potentially be on this B. They're not going to be able to get the full win. They don't have quite enough percentage, so there will be a chance to regroup and attack from a different angle.
Right, and now they have, again, 3 minutes remaining on this. And by the way, 9% left. I've got no words for you on this one. I mean, Kamille's man, they're looking mighty strong on this one. It's commanding lead here from 91.1%, basically 90% up there, because all they've got is the measly 0.5% contest. If the Nicholas pops out, they get a 2 here. But like, what's that gonna do for them at this point? I mean, they've just gotta wait it out.
Ooh, Hacks might go down here as well. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of resources actually down on the side of Asticassia, and there's only 8% left. They're not going to have time for everybody to respawn. There needs to be an attempt to recapture, or at least somebody who can stick on the point here. It's not quite a perfect, but less than 1%. Can anybody even get close enough? Yes, it looks like we're at least going to have one person. Profi coming back in, trying to stop, but this flank is going to be huge. The shotgun going to do a lot of damage unless you're the one who gets cut up by Chaotic. On the other side, though, Gasman is shutting down just as many in the melee versus melee fight, and only Red Protocol left. Not going to be back in time. Game 1 going to Kamille is a man's name, and I am a man.
I mean, Asticassia, as you were said, they were basically tapped out on resources. They were tapped out in terms of like their suits, because they're straggling in on top of the fact that they didn't have time, right? So basically that was it. They were gone from that game for the most part, having given them a 91% lead. I mean, if I really want to do the math here, I mean 90%, I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they have a round up for 1%. 90% lead? 3 minutes? What could you possibly do but just hope and pray that they did not get any more leads from there? And it just didn't work out from there. They were straggling in, and that was it.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge turnaround, right? Like that first round was dominant for Asticassia, but as time went on, Kamille definitely just came all the way back. They kind of realized exactly how they wanted to fight, and one of the biggest changes that turned the entire thing around, I have to say, is the switch onto the Dom, which is really funny. Last time we saw them play Mountain R&D, Casino was there, of course, being a Dom main. We saw Casino on the Dom. It worked very well. This time around, it looked like maybe they were going for a strategy that didn't involve Dom, and then they were like, nah, let's just go to Dom. And then Listic ended up being the MVP of the final match. So, you know what? It looks like Dom is just really good on that map. Obviously, Dom's really good on that map. We talk about that a lot. Screaming Nimbus is always really good on every map, but just the range, if you get the high ground, it's just too good to not have that splash damage shooting into those doorways and stuff.
But we're gonna see how that goes. Chef, I mean, predictions on the stats. I think this one is interesting. I gotta give it to you. I mean, I want to say Gasman, but part of me thinks that's not gonna be him.
Yeah, I mean, melee suits usually don't look super good on the stats unless you super pop off. And I do have to say, Gasman was definitely popping off for a good amount of, especially the second 2 rounds there. Honestly, just the entire game, Gasman was really showing off. So that's always good to see. But as far as damage, yeah, I think it has to be Focus. Focus has been...
Ochi the Glock.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, like I said, the Pale Rider damage, it means a whole lot on this particular map between these two particular teams. There's a reason why a lot of our like meta is based around the Pale Riders, and it has been for a long time. There was a point where Pale Rider was like a little bit less used, but it got rebuffed again, and so it's kind of like, I don't want to say always protect the president with Pale Rider, but it can be that at points. And we can actually see the damage here, really high damage, but like you said, focus almost 10k above anybody else. Jeez.
And I mean, I guess that kind of proves that, you know, we know our stuff, right? I called the focus, you believe it was the focus as well, and well, lo and behold. But I mean, again, we were talking about how Gasman is not gonna have the stats, but looking really skilled, almost basically matching out with the top of the players here, right? The K is nothing to slouch at.
Yeah. I mean, that is you. Okay, so again, you know, when we look at melee suits, especially Barb, but really any of them in general, like where we see Chaotic at, that's pretty good, right? Like that's like you're not doing bad. It looks like you're doing bad if you were to just take it at face value and like cover up whoever who's playing, but that's just how melee suits look. They get through shield units, they get their individual picks, they don't do a lot of damage with it, and then they possibly trade off. But Gasman, the fact that he was actually able to kind of even up the damage versus his team, that is like an MVP performance for sure. But
of course.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, again though, you can't really say an MVP. Everybody was really good on both teams. I also feel like maybe we saw a few too many shifts at the very end to try and kind of change things up from the side of Asticassia. I hope they do settle down a little bit more based on what they've seen in the next game.
I think you're right on that one, but I don't remember what the next map is. Can you refresh me on that, Chef? Maybe we can see what we got it. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just remember. It's probably the easiest pick, right? It's the one where everyone picks, probably.
Well, it's been at least most picked in the tournament. I'm not sure if on broadcast, but Colony Trading Post will be the next one. So we're gonna get a little bit of a break from domination, and if we get to go to a game 3, we're gonna see another one. But at the very minimum, it will be a considerably slowed down match this time, which I'm glad to see because I want to see all these teams playing at pretty much all the different ranges and all the different paces, and we're gonna get a chance to see that. But first, we're gonna be setting them up. So a short break as the players get into the lobby. You're not going to want to miss this. This could be our first team getting sent to the grand finals, or it could be a team tying it up right after this. In the world, both of them now on the Susano dueling on a map that they have dueled on so many. Listic though Chaotic threatening from above is going to get chased down by Profming down the path very soon, and we're actually starting to see them. Super Napalm going down as well.
I love to see it. As we go take a tree out. Someone needs to come in and contest. Axia, where are you at? Gasman is down for the count. Easier focus, not allowing them to go out there. And that's 2 for a side for the Hades. Just one sheep maneuver alone.
Super Napalm's going to come in. Not going to really get that much. Going to space out a little bit. Gasman getting all that extra shields from taking members down. And just going to continue with this offense, but trying to deal with the Trans Am.
What's that going to do for them at this point? I mean, they've just got to wait it out.
Ooh, Hacks might go down here. Damage unless you're the one who gets cut up by Chaotic. On the other side, though, Gasman is shutting down just as many in the melee versus melee fight, and only Red Proto... Here we go. Map number 2 between Kamille and AST. I felt like I was gonna mess that one up.
Asticassia.
I know, I'm confident, but I'm losing my confidence. Regardless, it's time for Colony Trading Post, and we are going to see the same teams. It doesn't look like there was too many subs out. No, Casino's gonna be back in. So now that we see a switch back in, I want to hear some of the initial strategies coming out from Team Kamille, as they're gonna be ready to go on the attack first here on Colony Trading Post.
Ooh.
Hello, Twitch chat. This
Hello.
is a
Hi.
no-fly zone.
I'm Siri. You're
coming.
unofficial.
This is our strategy. We are going to play the game.
Shadow
We are
Wizard
playing
Money
the
Gang.
game.
We
casting
love casting
spells.
spells.
I would like everyone to shoot their guns
Okay,
and
okay.
shoot at the
Yeah.
enemy.
Levi,
Okay.
get in the middle. Levi, get in the middle.
Yep,
Everybody circle around them.
in the middle. Yep. Left, now, go.
Left.
Left.
Oh,
Oh,
hell
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Oh, hell
Levi.
yeah.
Oh,
hell
power of
Levi.
silence.
Right.
I'm gonna crumb.
Oh,
The power of Zaz. Okay. We miss you, Dave.
here comes.
Real.
This is a friend diff. Watch for Molly.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going. Walking
They have
main.
Zeta main.
Watch for splash here.
He missed most of his beam.
Ash's waypoint right now, flying over.
Yeah, beam should be up in a second.
There's 4 on A.
Hi, boy.
Oh, I'm low. I got
I'm
immediately
already
beamed. They got
lower.
big molly, big molly though, big molly. Sounds tough.
Ash weak.
3 seconds of molly.
I'm gonna stop pushing up.
Just be annoying. Just be annoying.
I'm wrapping around.
Ash one.
Ash low,
Right,
Ash low, Ash low.
I'm taking luck after this.
Yeah,
same.
Susan, or,
I got a
South-
pick,
I'm
I got a pick.
low, I'm low.
South-
I need heals. Focus.
Okay.
I'm pushing underneath.
I got bomb. I got bomb.
We got bomb, we
No,
got
no,
bomb.
no, no, nice.
They're
He's
in.
low.
141.
I gotta back up.
Got him
Him is
low.
one. Yeah.
They have
Looking
health
for you
back.
guys.
They have health.
Data 1. We have height. We have all height
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
trying to get out here real quick.
I'm getting up top.
Got him
Yeah.
low, got him low.
Look at me. Look at me at height.
Two me, 1 HP. Zeta's low, Zeta flag waypoint, Zeta waypoint. Zeta...
Okay, coming.
Who died?
Got him.
She's
one
one.
main,
She's
one
one
main,
behind you.
got
Nice. You need help? You need help, Gasman?
Oh my God, he melted
yeah,
me.
needs
My
help.
bad.
Bomb.
He's off, he's off.
Get him
I'm
up.
trying
Get him
to
on
fly
me. Get him on
Yeah,
me.
I have way.
Okay.
Good come.
Heard.
Alright, I'm here. I'm back
Ash
height.
main, going ramp, careful.
They
That
kill
got the
Ash
tunnel.
left.
No,
Okay,
they don't have
Push
time.
them,
They don't have time.
Push that. Push
Yeah,
that.
no,
They
no,
don't
no.
have time.
Look height.
We need to push.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
just
shot
making
him.
sure they're around.
I stuck one.
One dead.
Nice. Wait. Oh, I was gonna say wait to kill him.
Walk through him, boys.
I'm pushing it.
These guys are idiots. Can we never get a listen in with them again? No, I'm just kidding. Honestly,
That's a good win.
They got wiped as we said that. I think that was their punishment. But wow, what an amazing first push from them. That was so well coordinated. And also, they're definitely listening to stream, so good job. But wow, Arrow actually going to pick up 2 kind of in the meantime. Getting a little bit staggered, though. They're going to have the really nice spawns. I do think though that push is huge. I was gonna say at the start of this match, we have not seen the second point on Colony Trading Post yet, but we are finally seeing it for the first time, and we barely even got a chance to get out of that listen-in for that to happen.
Yes, and with the Trans M on standby now, can you make the play against 2 other G maneuvers? That's what I'm gonna see, and they're gonna continue to hold this lead. Hades is up on the count now as we see them go in. Transman again.
You can do, you can say words, I'm sure. I'm confident in it. But, yeah,
We'll try.
we are going to see most of Team Asticassia getting wiped here. This should be a, oh no, never mind. It should be a waypoint take still, regardless in the end. That was a nice little just kind of counter retake for a split second, but that is a little bit of a stagger, and that means that this is probably going to be a plant on the second site here. Usually you're going to be going for B most of the time, and it's pretty hard to defend that if you can get it down there, and especially with the momentum that they have, I feel like that's going to be the case. Gasman gonna close out one more. Actually, no, that was Casino getting that hit, who I mentioned earlier got subbed back in, and this is gonna be a nice, safe plant here. Nobody really up. The punch is available from Red Protocol on the side of Asticassia, but aside from that, they're not really resource heavy. I think they're gonna have to wait for Chaotic to get that Trans Am back up to get this take back.
Sazabi has popped his G maneuver. We're gonna see how it plays out now as we do try and go in. Hades pop. We're gonna take a fight here. They do take two on the side. Chaotic come in and try and make something work here, but Gasman gets out clean here. Chaotic getting punished for that.
Gasman is seriously popping off today. Like, unbiased. I know that Gasman is the homie, but really, this is amazing Susanoo play, and that is going to be a huge amount of time already on this bomb. There's one counter push, and they've only got one single G maneuver even in sight. That's going to be Chaotic. Chaotic's going to have to be the one to make this comeback, pushing in through the side, going to maybe take out Casino, going to at least push towards the second one as well. This might be what they need. That's going to be a huge number of picks. They're going to have to do one more hit as the Mega Charge is being disarmed. No, being shut down just in time, and who else but Gasman to turn it all around. Gasman and Arrow closing that out as the only ones I think that were up or at least in position to stop that from being a disarm, and that was clean.
Clean as it'll ever be. 2 minutes 45 in the half here, and of course that just means all they have to do now is ensure they don't get a 2.
Yeah, this is going to be really difficult because that was, a lot of extra time. But yeah, that combo right there, Arrow with the G maneuver. And look at that. You can even see leading the damage too for that first round. That was incredible. That was just I really thought that was going to for sure be a disarm. The numbers advantage was so bad right there, but that was just great coordination. I mean, having two players that are coordinated like that as the flankers and the last one's up, beautiful. And so we are now potentially on a spot that is, I mean, it's definitely match point, but it's a very tough spot that Asticassia is going to have to fight back from if they're going to want to stay in this. Otherwise, they're going to be moving down to our losers finals to take on Tokyo Monkeys again. Kamille looking great to move to grand finals, but Asticassia definitely can fight their way back in this.
I'm gonna hope to see if they can make something work from this one. I mean, Asticassia is definitely the team that everyone has been rooting for. I'm rooting for at least, so they at least have to put up a 1-1. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they, I mean, I definitely think that they can. I feel like this is going to work pretty well for them on attack as well. Just the way that they're, I mean, the comps are they actually exactly even right now? No, they're not exactly even. So we are going to see Red Protocol, surprisingly on the, well, I guess maybe not super surprisingly, Red Protocol very well known for playing flyers in general, mostly Ashmar, but excited to see the Zeta a little bit, but there's going to be no Zeta on the other side. They're going to be sticking with the actual Ashmar. So aside from that difference, it's going to be pretty similar. And we'll see if Red Protocol can pop off. Well-known, amazing player, but I just haven't seen as much on the Zeta.
Right, now turns around the corner here, and we see if we get anyone. We're gonna see Hex going in for it, but Tulumoville just not finding anyone. And that's good. I mean, like, you don't want to find anyone this early on. We're just gonna wait for it, bide your time before you go in.
Yeah, you gotta wait and try to get that first pick. I mean, that's such a classic hero shooter thing, right? It's just like one pick, we got the numbers advantage, that's big, and Gasman gonna be the first one to get a pick, although it's gonna be in the duel. How many times have we seen that from barb to barb with him and Chaotic? Seriously, it's so cool to see on the Susanoo now. But now Gasman going down as well. Wiki, though, gonna pay the price. Wiki was the one who was on the Zeta earlier, but gonna be switching over to that Dom. I forgot to mention that. Dom just so useful right now, and oh no, Zyra's trying to get out, not gonna be able to.
Right, as they move in for this one though, I do love their positioning right here. They just kind of spread out towards the back though. They don't want to push in too hard, even as the defenders. They're just waiting and biding the time here. But then they go in around the corner here, and this might be the fight they're going for. Everyone's underground in this fight pit here. The first rule of Fight Cup, you don't talk about Fight Cup. Second rule, you don't mess with Gasman. As they have to pick it off just like that, and the enemy just cancels away from that as well. I mean, like, sure, I mean, is that really going to help you in the long run though for this one? I mean, still need to get that point. It's still being held on, and he needs to disarm it.
I actually highly encourage messing with Gasman, but yeah, this was a great push. They pushed the bottom level really hard, and that is where we're going to see that bomb just getting defended well from the top side. Now, this is so difficult. Casino is on the bottom, trying to be the one with the kind of extra HP to be able to get that disarm maybe. They are going to need some more picks than that, though. Yep. Wiki with the double kill, and this is going to be, I think, yeah, especially with Chaotic being able to defend this. I'm not sure how we're going to see this actually work, but wow, gets picked picked immediately from the top from Zyros. There is barely a chance here, and yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to be in space, but
Oh, no,
that's
the
huge!
stun!
The G maneuver from the Zeta!
Hold it, hold it, hold
They
it!
still have a chance, to disarm it, and they
Hold
will!
it, hold it. Nicely.
Wow, if that had happened literally a half second later, that would have stunned them to a point where they could not have restarted, I think, the disarm. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that would work. That was
Or rather, they
almost
could
amazing.
restart it, but it'll get disrupted, right? And like that's gonna hurt them so much. What an axe stroke! Can we talk about that real quick?
No,
Exponent.
yeah, I mean, the axe throws from our great Sazali players have been so good through this entire tournament. But yeah, no, I don't think they would have had time to restart that. So now we've got to see the plant go down again. Still choosing for the bottom bomb site. Usually we see a lot more people, I think, push for the top. So this is an interesting choice from the side of oh my god, Asticassia, the toughest name in the universe. But Profi getting hunted down by Amano. However, the backup from behind, very nice. That's going to be Arrow on that defense. Gasman trying to snipe somebody out of the air with his own body. And it's working pretty well, but at this point, there's still not enough picks for them to be able to get that disarm.
Gasman was just a little bit too low here. Even with the amp, it's not great for him to just stand in there, you know, and that's not good. You see Profi going down for the count here, and this is not looking good. Once again, in this weird position. Again, even with that amount of push, it's just not enough. They need a G maneuver or something. They just try and give them a tide here, like a little bit of a push. Hex has the G maneuver on standby though, and that might be what they need to make a push. Just get a regroup real quick here before they move in.
Ooh, well, yeah, they honestly might just have enough. We might just be holding on to that to push towards B. I don't know if anybody's even close enough to the point. No, it's not. And so, this is a great push on the side of Asticassia. They're going to have a good opportunity. This is a very, very important G maneuver for this spot. Same thing with Punch. If everybody's grouped up right here, you can see the axe using the classic skin as well. I think it might have caught 2 people just barely, and we are going to see the push through. However, some counter picks. Hacks going down, Exponent going down. Now Wiki is a third. It looks like this push may not have been it.
He's waiting for opportunity, finds it. Oh wow, chasing him down. You know, where are you going? And unfortunately, that mosquito just kind of zips by.
Yeah, that is a really big advantage, though, of Susanoo over a lot of the other melees, is that you can chase people really far trying to get away aerial, just because the Pizza the Disc, it does do such a good job of catching people in the air, and then if you can aim the orb,
here it is.
That was big.
Being confused.
Yeah, we see at least one of them, one hit connect, but I'm not sure exactly on how many people. This, though, is going to be a return counter wipe once again from Kamille. It looks like the G maneuvers that have been used just haven't gotten quite enough mileage.
I mean, they do hit their marks, but like whether or not it pans out to be something that's really like you said, like they get their mileage worth. Yeah, you're right. It's not getting a lot for this round at least.
Yeah, they like I said, yeah, they just aren't following it up. Maybe I think it's the best way to put it. But regardless, here we go. We see Chaotic here. Everybody's back to full. Amano and Chaotic both have G maneuvers, and there's none on the other side. But I just don't know if they're going to be able to get the opportunity to follow it up. Yeah, now with 2 members down from Asticassia, they're going to have to wait, I think, for even one more push. Amano's probably going down as well, and this might end up being close to a full team wipe at this point. Yeah, Gasman chasing all the way down.
Oh, did he just miss? Just not high enough? Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, I don't know why that came out of me, but we're gonna go with that, alright? Anyways, Zyros holding on to with the punch almost up here. We're just waiting for a little bit more before we get it up. But in the meantime, we have 3 other G movers on standby waiting for it. FPVC pushing forward, trying to take a fight here. 1 down the side, 2 coming on the follow up, and 3 with help from again.
Oh, but Focus turning around with 2 picks, and then 2 more from the side of Kamille, and that is once again basically a full team wipe. This is looking like a nearly impossible situation. The Hades popped on Focus just to take down Exponent. That might actually spell GG, because there is now going to have to be a 5-person push. You not only have to take this waypoint, but you also have to plant the bomb, and that is a really far run away. You don't have time to wait, I think, for Exponent to come back fully, but I don't know. At this point, 30 seconds.
They have to wait,
I mean, I don't know if you have a chance. Okay, this is going to give a speed boost. The Screaming Nimbus is going to be huge for this, but can it get enough? No, 3 picks in return. 4. That's going to be nearly a full team wipe. Wiki, the only one left. Going to have to try to get the bomb down, but at this point, what are you going to do? There's no chance at this point. Everybody's running back. That's going to be the game and the set for Kamille.
I gotta say, I mean, like, there was one added advantage to them getting wiped like that, and that is that we ultimately grouped out, but it's just so far. I mean, like, how are you gonna travel all the way back there? It's just gonna hurt them so bad. Kamille's a man's name. And that man takes this one down for the count. And it looks like they're up with the 2 points here, making them to see how they all played out. And I mean, like, damn, Tokyo Monkey is gonna have a really tough fight against them for Kamille's a man name if they really go up from there. But he has to take on Asticassia first. And as we've seen, Asticassia is still no slouch on that one.
Yeah, wait, why is everybody saying F in chat? Hopefully the stream's still good. But yeah, this was honestly just such a well-coordinated game from Team Kamille. They are looking so good. I mean, expect this to be a close match, and it was a close match, right? No complete shutouts but in both the maps that we played. But I did expect that there was a good chance we were going to get to a game 3, and it didn't quite get there. The shutouts did happen like on the second points or in the third rounds, and then it seemed to be a pretty dominant overall experience, I guess one would say, for Kamille. So now, yeah, like I said, it's going to be a rematch. I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited to see the stats as well once we get to that, because like I said, when teams are super even, it's really interesting to see the damage differences between, okay, we're actually not going to chance to see it. That's okay though. So I mean, again, I'm assuming that probably Focus was the top. Maybe the players will see it and they'll tell us. But yeah, this is honestly looking like a really strong version of what many would call like a version of the Omni team, which can consist of like 20 different people at this point, but it's looking like a very well coordinated one, and also switching out.
Hold on. We have the stats, but it's not from the very end of the game. It's from about 19 seconds before that. So just give us a moment to get that up. Production is a lifesaver. You gotta thank them for this. They found a way to pull it through. They found a way.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's good enough. Good enough, at least.
We'll take what we can get. Oh,
Focus says Arrow is golden damage. That's actually super impressive. Golden damage on a Zaku 2 range. That is not the most common thing in the world to happen. But like I mentioned, for anybody who hasn't been watching this game since its release, basically, Arrow was really kind of the first player, or one of the first players to really use Zaku 2 ranged, even when it wasn't meta. So it definitely one of the longest tournament Zaku 2 ranged players for sure. There might be a few others, but Arrow's definitely the one that pops out to me the most. So definitely one of the best in the world at the suit. Pretty free.
Someone grab his walking cane here. I mean, that man is not just the senior, he is the master. You go to him, you know, he's the guy at the end of the mountain, you climb up and you're like, teach me, Sensei. And like, I mean, you gotta give him the respect there. I mean, we've seen it happen before. He did make a lot of very strong plays onto his side here, and this is exactly why, I mean, like, we come here for Summer Clash. High level plays all around the board.
Yeah. I mean, especially in that match, especially in the next match that we're going to see as well. Really, we're going to go probably the distance here. I think that both matches, I don't remember this one as clearly because it was in the group stages, but the match between Asticassia and Tokyo Monkeys, I think it was pretty close. I know that the match against Kamille was a 2-0 that felt really close. So still, I have to point that out as well. Kamille has not dropped, I don't think, a game. Did Kamille drop a game in group stages? I actually don't remember. I only saw some of it, but
I believe one of the teams did. One of the top teams did. It went 5-1, something like that.
No, I think Kamille was undefeated in group stages, I think. So
was Asticassia with 5-1 then?
I
believe so.
I think they were both undefeated, because I think, I don't know, I could be wrong on that. I'll have to look back at the stats, but
yeah, someone to check.
Yeah, but regardless, I think there's a chance that maybe they haven't lost the game, Kamille, yet, which is huge. Not just like a set, but like a game, not a single game. Oh, that's right, it was only a single game in the previous one. So I think...
Oh, there's the stats.
Yeah, we can at least look at the stats while I'm fumbling around trying to figure stuff out. But Arrow, oh my goodness, 35,000. Relax, 9.5 KD on the Zaku 2 ranged. Disgusting.
I mean, that is the, I would say that is the prime way we want to use. Disgusting, definitely. We're gonna look at the other stats that, across the board though. Chaotic and Gasman is, you know, the wild card here that we gotta look at. I mean, they do a fantastic goal in his lane. Gasman is definitely putting his, you know, his sword where the suits are, to say the least. Wiki is another one I want to look out for, but with 26k damage, I mean, I thought he would be doing a little bit more, especially with how much he was skirmishing as he was flying out the air.
Yeah, well, the wiki switch over to the Dom was really interesting with Red Protocol
Right.
switching over to the Zeta. It's just some interesting switches overall. I know that we've seen, I would say, I mean, I still think that Wiki, and it's probably Wiki and then the real VCY have been kind of the strongest Zetas that we've seen, but the flexibility is really good to have, of course. Like, sometimes you just gotta have certain suits. Dom is in, I think, a really good place right now. Obviously, we see a lot of the good teams using Dom, but just especially because we are seeing a lot more Screaming Nimbuses every single game, so I like the strategy, I like the shift. We just, unfortunately, didn't see it quite work out.
Yep, unfortunate, but GG's across the board. This match was definitely not an easy one to like talk about because it just kind of means that they're going down to losers here, and like there's a chance it could be knocked out now. But at the very least, we are in our top 3 matches, so you know, getting knocked out here is something that you can still be proud of, right? You're top 3.
Yeah,
That's saying something.
Yeah, without a doubt. By the way, we did break $150 in the prize pot, so thank you to everybody
Right.
who chose to use the codes. I believe there's still some codes left, so again, ! Matcherino in chat. It would be really mean a lot to me if you could you just you go on the website, you click the free codes, and then it adds money to the pot for free. Literally, none of us lose anything, and then the winners get a lot more, or at least a little bit more, which is all
Have you done it
the
yet,
money
Chef?
in the world. I believe I have, but I'll have to double check. Regardless, we are going to get set up. Our losers finals is coming up next. We're going to see who's going to make it into the grand finals, but 3 teams remain. Tokyo Monkeys and Asticassia will be the ones fighting for their life after this short break. See you then.
I mean, unfortunately, I won't be here as well. We'll be bringing in another caster, Chef. So, this is where I take my leave. I'm gonna call back all my clones here. There we go.
It kind of worked. It was good enough. Close enough. I appreciate it.
Close enough.
All right.
All right. Anyways, I'll see you, Chef. We're gonna take this to a break, and why not the next caster introduce themselves to you instead of me introducing them? So we'll see you guys then.